What did you do, sir, yesterday evening?
Hmm. अरे यार, come on. I was supposed to teach a class at 8 o'clock and I totally forgot about it.
Did you sleep all the day?
No, actually, all day the classes were off and my sister is here with her husband and the children.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, we were just sitting together watching something on TV and I totally forgot about it. I think I'll have to be more regular, as long as it is 1 or 2 days a week, then it is going to be, difficult. Why don't I forget to teach this class? Because it's every day. Why are you off camera now, Manish Kushi? You don't have a
Good
reason.
evening, sir.
Hey, Simran. Hmm. 7.2, I shared that with you. We listened to 7.2 in our last class. Kushi, are you there? Ankit?
Yes, sir.
Now, why is camera off? It is not the elementary class.
Sorry, sir.
Mhm. No, you love your parents, don't you?
Yes, I do. But what can I say?
One silly mistake by somebody else, not your mistake, Kushi. One person doing something silly, from behind you, from opposite direction, you don't know. The concern, I'm annoyed by the fact that you are not wearing a helmet. That's all. You can go 70, on a highway where there is, you can go 70. That's not a big deal, but you need to be at least wearing a helmet. Okay, let's see. Guys, I think we have done 7.2, but I'm gonna play it and explain, and then we will move on. There was no homework, was there? What? Really? Okay, good. So 7.1, 7.2. I don't see 7.2. Perhaps I didn't play it.
Seven point two. What's Berlin like? One. What's Berlin like? It's a really exciting city. There's so much going on all the time. What's the weather like there? It's okay. It gets hot in summer and very cold in winter. And we do get quite a lot of rain. But people don't go there for the
Your
sunshine.
audio is breaking, sir. I think
People
you are
like
not sharing your
Berlin has
audio.
roads. They're very interesting.
It's a very cosmopolitan city and it attracts unusual people.
And what are the buildings like?
Oh, amazing. Lots of them are famous and historical, but there are some fantastic modern ones too.
What are the restaurants like?
They're brilliant. You can find food from every country in the world, and some great traditional German food too.
What's the nightlife like?
It's fantastic. There are lots of really good bars and clubs, and some wonderful theaters and concert halls. It's the best thing about Berlin.
I'm going to create breakout rooms, and you guys will go and practice this conversation with each other. Or maybe I should first take this as well, you know, 3, okay? And then I will open the breakout room for you. Because this is also an interview, right? Matt Hennick. Read and listen to Matt talking about some more cities and complete the sentences. Which is Matt's favorite city? Which is Matt's favorite city, guys?
Berlin.
Tokyo, Munich, or Santa Barbara?
Tokyo.
So looks like some people have not done their homework. 7.3 was in the group, guys? Okay. It becomes a sort of, attitude. It happens. People get used to whatever they keep doing again and again. They get used to being very, disciplined about their homework. Some people get very indisciplined, and they find it really hard, to sit and do the homework because they are not used to it. It's about just getting used to a certain method. So read and listen to Matt talking about some more cities. And you guys said that Tokyo is his favorite city, right? And why? Why is Tokyo his favorite city?
Because their foods are delicious.
Very good, Dani. But you know what? You should say, he likes the food there. Okay. You don't have to repeat
Especially,
words. Okay. You can make your own sentences to express what he said. No?
yes.
He likes the food in Tokyo, Japanese food. Good evening. So Tokyo is his favorite city. Everybody agrees. Okay, let's listen. Do you travel a lot, Matt? The interviewer asked. Do you travel a lot? Oh, yes, I often go with Helen on tour. Okay, Helen is his girlfriend, perhaps. I often go with Helen on tour. She's a musician, right? We've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently. Okay, notice the word recently here because he used the word we've been. We have been, present perfect, right? So present perfect doesn't tell you when. So you don't know when. Recently doesn't tell you when. So Arish, you wrote a sentence about Sitaramaiah. What is her name? Not Sitaramaiah, no. The finance minister?
Sitaraman.
Nirmala?
Nirmala Sitaraman.
Sitaraman. All right. So Nirmala Sitaraman, you wrote a sentence. She's been the most hated woman in India these days. Okay. So when you say these days, Arish, don't you feel that these days kind of focuses on the current and you're using the present perfect? There's a little bit of conflict there.
Yes, sir.
So if you remove these days and put the word recently, then it becomes better. It sounds better. Nirmala Sitharaman has been the most hated woman recently. No? One of the most hated
Recently.
women in India recently. Okay. What does it recently mean? In last a few days. Okay. In recent times, recently. So guys, we've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently. We've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently. Okay. So recently, please use the word recently. Okay. I have learned a few things about myself recently. मुझे अपने बारे में कुछ पता चला हाल फिलहाल में. I have learned a few things about myself recently. Okay. तो recently मतलब मुझे पता चला है. Recently is often used with present perfect because recently पता नहीं चल रहा कब, कल, परसों, तरसों नहीं पता रहा. It doesn't refer to a definite time. Past simple refers to a definite time. Okay. तो कुछ सेंटेंस दीजिए. मैंने एक शर्ट खरीदी हाल फिलहाल में. कैसे बोलेंगे?
I have bought a shirt recently.
Very good. Okay. Tani's marriage has been arranged recently, right? Tani, recently it has been arranged. तो recently कोई definite time नहीं refer करता है. Okay? It is not definitely परसों, एक सप्ताह पहले, एक महीने पहले. There is no definite time. That's why we can use it in the present perfect. We've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara. Have you seen any films recently? Have you seen any films recently?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I have.
Kalpana, only yes is not enough, is it?
Yes, I have seen.
And उसके बाद भी खत्म कर दोगे तो फिर मैं कहूँगा कम्युनिकेशन के
Yes,
बहुत
I have seen Puspa 2 recently.
ये हो गया मशीन की तरह बात करना. कल्पना, ये मशीन ऐसे बात करती है, मतलब वो जो रोबोट्स नहीं होते जिनको नहीं पता है बात इंसान कैसे बात करते हैं, वो ऐसे बात करते हैं. कल्पना, आपकी आपकी इंग्लिश इतनी बुरी नहीं है कि आप ऐसे बात करें. Guys, have you seen any films recently? चलो मुझसे पूछ लो, नहीं जवाब देना आ रहा है तो कैसे बोलना है. चलो हिंदी में पूछना, रुको
Not
समझ.
a film, but I have seen a web series recently.
हम्म हम्म.
I've seen a movie recently. I watched. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
I watched Copa Mea Part 2 last night. It's a Spanish movie, but I watched in English.
Yes, Arish, well done. You added a lot of information. इसको कहते हैं कम्युनिकेशन, कि आप कोई बात आपसे पूछी जा रही है, आपको समझना होगा. ऐसे ही तो बात करते हैं लोग. ये थोड़ी बोलते हैं यस यस आई हैव सीन अ फिल्म रिसेंटली. ऐसे थोड़ी. ये हो गया, क्या कह सकते हैं उसको, कि आप इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हो बात करने में. दिस शोज दैट यू आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, बिकॉज कोई नई बात इंग्लिश थोड़ी ऐसी बोलनी जो आपको नहीं आती. यू आर ऑल केपेबल ऑफ कैरिंग ऑन अ लिटिल बिट. चलो मैं से पूछूं.
Have you seen a film recently?
Nah, I haven't. I've been very busy, too busy with my responsibilities. Haven't been free. Okay, देखा. तो ऐसे ही उम्मीद करा था मैंने कि आप ऐसे ही जवाब देंगे. Why are you talking through text, रुकैया?
Yeah, that's noisy.
So I have watched a film uh, recently named Puspa 2.
ये यस्मीन मैम, ये उस लेवल के लिए सही है जो एलिमेंट्री में है, जो अभी सेंटेंस फॉर्मेशन करना सीख रहा है, उसके लिए तरीका सही है. ठीक है, लेकिन आप लोग को ऐसे बात नहीं करनी चाहिए.
कैसे
आप,
करना है सर?
मैं बताता हूँ.
Yes,
आपसे मैं पूछूं कि यास्मीन मैम, आपने कोई फिल्म देखी है हाल फिलहाल में? हिंदी में बात करिएगा यास्मीन मैम.
yeah.
यास्मीन मैम, आपने कोई फिल्म देखी है हाल फिलहाल में?
हाँ, देखिए पुष्पा 2.
इसमें रिसेंटली भी नहीं आया, गौर
नो
करिए.
सर.
ठीक है, यही मैं
Yes,
बताता हूँ कि जब आप नेचुरली बात करेंगे तो आपको एहसास होगा कौन से वर्ड्स की जरूरत है, कौन से वर्ड्स को हम रिपीट कर रहे हैं अननेसेसरीली, और इसको क्या बना देता है, गलत नहीं, अननेचुरल. आपने गलत थोड़ी कर दिया था बोल करके, बट अननेचुरल बातचीत का तरीका था, ये ज्यादा नेचुरल है और आगे नहीं. यास्मीन मैम, अगर मैं आप बात कर रहे होते और मैंने आपसे पूछा था यास्मीन मैम कोई फिल्म देखी है हाल फिलहाल, मत समझिए कि मैं आपसे कोई पढ़ाई लिखाई की बात कर रहा हूँ. आपसे किसी इंसान ने, कोई आपका दोस्त है, कोई आपका जानने वाला है, उसने आपसे पूछा यास्मीन आपने कोई फिल्म देखी है हाल फिलहाल में?
हाँ, अभी रिसेंटली देखी है.
चुप हो जाएंगे उसके बाद क्या? आप चुप हो जाएंगे इसके बाद
नहीं सर.
क्या बोलेंगी?
हाँ, रिसेंटली देखी है पुष्पा 2.
फिर चुप हो जाएंगी?
नहीं, फिर स्टार्ट करेंगे सर.
आप करते जाइए, आपको वो सिचुएशन में डाल दिया मैंने.
हाँ,
यास्मीन, आपने कोई
तो
फिल्म
हिंदी.
देखी हाल में?
यस सर, देखी है पुष्पा 2. एक्चुअली मैं यहाँ स्मॉल टाउन में रहती हूँ, तो फिल्म देखने के लिए हमको 30 किलोमीटर दूर जाना पड़ता है.
ये आई ना बात, ये सब कहाँ छुपा हुआ था इंग्लिश में, यही मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूँ। समझ में आई? इसी वजह से हर इंसान का अपना एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन होता है जो ऐड करता है वो, और
Have you
तभी ऐड करेगा
been?
जब वो विलिंग होगा बात
Have you
करने की।
caught up with the news of your one of your student Faizans, sir?
वन ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट्स।
Yeah, have you caught up with the news of one of your student Faizan recently? He has been inactive recently.
Well, his cousin got in touch the other day, Shama, and she has started, but nah, I haven't got any news from him. I haven't heard from him for a long time. I think he must be busy with his job and all. He was
सर
not
वो
just, you know,
Ever since he got a job, he has never been. He has never seen regularly,
never
sir.
attended the class. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because it is time for him to be at work, maybe. Yes, Yasmin, ma'am.
सर वो जो उसके डायलॉग्स हैं झुकेगा नहीं, उसका इंग्लिश क्या होगा?
What are you asking, ma'am?
हम्म,
हम इसी में परेशान रहते हैं, इसका इंग्लिश क्या होगा, उसका।
इन तेलुगु झुकेगा नहीं डायलॉग नहीं था, जाएगा नहीं था, बट इन हिंदी उन्होंने चेंज कर दिया, झुकेगा नहीं।
पर मैंने तो झुकेगा ही नहीं सुना, तो उसी को
हाँ, तो
पूछ
हम
रहे
लोग
हैं।
हिंदी में देखे हैं ना।
यास्मीन मैम, ये कल्पना
यस
ने
सर।
करके एक बड़ी बात मदद दे दी आपको सोचने के लिए, लेकिन आप उसकी मदद को एकदम दरकिनारे से कर दिए। क्या हुआ उस दिन? कल्पना ने आपकी मदद दरकिनार कर दी थी, आज आपने उसकी मदद दरकिनार कर दी है। हम लोग सोचते बहुत कम है इस तरह से। मैं हंसा क्यों? क्योंकि हम इस बात को एहसास नहीं कर पाते कि हम जो भाषा नहीं सीख रहे हैं वो भाषा
नहीं,
नहीं।
एक्चुअली मैं सोच रही थी सर बो डाउन होगा या कुछ इसका मतलब कि कुछ अलग ही होगा, क्या होगा?
मैं बताना चाह रहा हूँ, मेरी बात सुन लें,
हम्म,
कि पहली बात, हर एक वर्ड का जो नुआंस होता है ना, वो नुआंस कैच करने के बाद उस वर्ड को ट्रांसलेट किया जाना ज्यादा अच्छा होता है। तो सबसे मेनली यहाँ जो बोलता है ये कि झुकेगा नहीं साला, इसका मतलब वो बेसिकली क्या कह रहा है? पुष्पा
मतलब कि
won't
वो
give up.
दबना
Well
नहीं
tried,
चाहता है।
well tried, Arish. Well tried. Okay. मैं बेसिकली वो कह रहा है पुष्पा won't give up, right? तो एक और बता देता हूँ, ठीक है?
यस सर।
गिवन एक रिलेटेड फ्रेजल वर्ब है, रिलेटेड फ्रेजल वर्ब है क्या? गिवन। और यास्मीन मैम, कभी इस थॉट प्रोसेस को जब तक आप छोड़ नहीं देंगी कि इसको इंग्लिश में कैसे बोलना, उसको इंग्लिश में कैसे बोलना, आप इंग्लिश में ग्रो नहीं करेंगे। ये मैं लिख के दे सकता हूँ कागज पे, ठीक है? क्योंकि मैंने ये बात खुद से सीखी है, ठीक, कि कैसे मैं इंग्लिश में ग्रो किया। कब तक मेरी ग्रोथ साधारण चल रही थी और कब मेरी ग्रोथ तेज बढ़ी है, ये मैं जानता हूं, इसलिए मैंने बताई बात, किसी और के एक्सपीरियंस से नहीं। क्या होता है जब तक हम हिंदी के वर्ड्स में उलझे रहेंगे? अभी पिछले क्लास में मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा हम लोगों ने कुछ किया था, कल्पना कुछ था क्या जो हमने लोग बात कर रहे थे हिंदी इंग्लिश में? जो खुशी, अगर आपको याद हो तो बताइएगा। कि मैं कह रहा था कि देखिए, हिंदी में इसलिए नहीं बताता कि आपको उसकी हिंदी ये जान लेनी है, आपको कंपेयर
यस
करना है।
सर।
हाँ, तो कोई एग्जांपल दिया था मैंने, अगर कुछ याद हो तो आपको।
तो
वो
क्या सर,
मैंने,
कैन यू रिपीट?
यस खुशी।
एब्रॉड के बारे में सर।
कैन यू रिपीट?
वॉट
हाँ
एवर।
हाँ, बिल्कुल 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 कल्पना, बिल्कुल, थैंक यू। अब्रॉड से हो रहा था। ऐसा है ना यास्मीन मैम, कि दो वर्ड, एक वर्ड होता है विदेश, उसकी इंग्लिश क्या करेंगे यास्मीन मैम?
विदेश।
हाँ,
फिर उसके लिए तो जैसे लोग फॉरेन कंट्री एब्रोड दोनों यूज करते हैं।
ठीक है। आपको कुछ समझ आई फॉरेन कंट्री और अब्रॉड वर्ड के बारे में? कोई जानकारी मिली आपको ये सीखने से कि विदेश का इंग्लिश फॉरेन होता है, विदेश का इंग्लिश अब्रॉड होता है? इससे, ये सीखने से आपको अब्रॉड और फॉरेन के बारे में कोई जानकारी मिली?
नो सर।
और इसकी शिकार आज हुई थी कल्पना। कल्पना काफी समय से जानती है, सब लोग जानते हैं कि विदेश का इंग्लिश क्या होता है दोस्तों?
और
अब्रॉड होता है। सुने हैं लोग, पढ़े हैं। तो यास्मीन मैम, आपको बोलना है कि मैं विदेश में रहना चाहती हूँ। यास्मीन मैम बोलिए, मैं विदेश में रहना चाहती हूँ।
आई वांट टू लिव इन अब्रॉड।
कल्पना, मैंने डिट्टो कहा था कि आप ऐसा करेंगी?
यस सर, मैं करती, पहले करती, मैं करती थी
करती
सर।
करती थी, यास्मीन मैम ने भी किया ना। तो मैं आप सबको मैंने कहा था मैं कागज पे लिख के देने के लिए तैयार हूं कि जब तक आप हिंदी को छोड़ के इंग्लिश नहीं सीखोगे तब तक आप इंग्लिश में आगे नहीं बढ़ने वाले। लिख लो। मुझे पता है मैं अपील नहीं करता मेजोरिटी को जब ये सही बातें बोलता हूं तो, क्योंकि वही लोग समझ पाएंगे इन बातों को जिन्होंने कुछ दिन तो जिया है, मेरे तरीके से सीखा है, तब महसूस किया अरे यार ये तो सब बदल जाता है। अभी देता हूं, शायद आज के बाद आप यास्मीन मैम इस बात को समझेंगी कि क्यों हम ये चीज करने से मना करते हैं कि हिंदी से इंग्लिश, इंग्लिश से हिंदी क्यों नहीं करना। क्योंकि आपको इंग्लिश के बारे में कोई जानकारी ही नहीं मिलती फिर। ठीक है, चलिए जवाब बताता हूं। सिमरन, आर यू देयर? सिमरन इज गॉन।
1 minute, sir.
ओके ओके सिमरन, ओके। मनीषा क्या कर रही है? क्या कर रही है मनीषा? अरे उसको छोड़ो ना, बाबू को खेलो, तुम क्या कर रही हो बताओ ना मनीषा। अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
यस सर।
क्या कर रही?
सर कुछ नहीं, बस वर्कशीट इनको देना था, बस वही सर्च कर रही थी 1 मिनट के लिए।
हमेशा बोलेंगे एक ही बात, ठीक है, कि हमारी ग्रोथ हमारे पर्सनालिटी के वजह से ही होती है। पर्सनालिटी अलग 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 पर्सनालिटीज हैं हम, ठीक है। तो यास्मीन मैम, आपको एहसास नहीं हुआ कि आपने क्या गलती करी क्योंकि आपने हिंदी सीखा विदेश का, फॉर अब्रॉड। ओके, मैं नहीं बताता, मैं ये नहीं बताता, मैं बताता ही नहीं कि विदेश का इंग्लिश अब्रॉड होता है। मैं जब अब्रॉड वर्ड सामने आता है तो मैं जानकारी देता हूँ लोगों को कि अब्रॉड इज एन एडवर्ब। क्या जानकारी देता हूँ दोस्तों?
Abroad is an
तो इसके पहले इन और टू कुछ नहीं लगता, यही क्या?
यही तो दिक्कत है। वो सारी बातें आप वैसे बोलेंगी जैसे जो बातें याद करी जानी है। मैं सिर्फ ये लाइन बोलता हूं, उसके बाद ये बेस बात है। अब्रॉड इज एन एडवर्ब। अब्रॉड इज
यस।
एन एडवर्ब।
adverb.
जब आपने इसको एडवर्ब जान लिया, अब ये जानने की वजह से आप इस सेंटेंस में क्या चेंज करना चाहेंगी?
आई
तस्मीन
वांट
मैम,
टू लिव अब्रॉड।
आई वॉन्ट टू लिव अब्रॉड, क्योंकि इन अब्रॉड बोलने का मतलब अब्रॉड क्या है? एक
नहीं,
No.
इनके बाद जब मैं सोची तो मुझे लगा कि अब्रॉड के पहले आता नहीं, होम के पहले
क्यों नहीं
आता
आता?
नहीं।
क्योंकि अब ये क्या हो गया
हाँ,
कि याद नहीं
एडवर्ब
करना
है।
है यास्मीन मैम, आपको महसूस करना है। एक एडवर्ब एक ऐसा वर्ड होता है जो एक वर्ब के बाद आके उसके बारे में कुछ बता देता है, ठीक है। जैसे मैं बताता हूँ, आई वॉन्ट टू लिव पीसफुली।
यस सर।
आई वॉन्ट टू लिव,
पीसफुली।
आपको कुछ फीलिंग नहीं आती? कोई अजीब नहीं लगता होगा? लगता होगा लिव पीसफुली, फील साथ में फीलिंग आती है, लिव पीसफुली। ओके, आई वॉन्ट टू लिव अब्रॉड, तो तभी आएगा, ठीक है। नहीं तो फिर वो मन में इन अब्रॉड रहेगा, मुंह पे अब्रॉड बोलेंगे भी लेकिन मन में इन ही अब्रॉड चलता रहेगा क्योंकि हम फील नहीं कर रहे। तो ठीक है, मजबूरी मजबूरी किसी रूल की वजह
नहीं
से।
सर, समटाइम्स होता है कि ग्रामर पता होती है, सब पता होती है, लेकिन बोलने के समय भूल जाते हैं सारा चीज।
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली, आई एग्री विद दैट। ये तो हमेशा होता है, इसके लिए कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। लेकिन मैं यही बताना चाहता कि आप ग्रामर जो जानती हैं वो अलग से ग्रामर है या लैंग्वेज में से निकाला हुआ ग्रामर है?
लैंग्वेज में से निकाला
आप
हुआ
कौन सा ग्रामर जानती हैं?
वही
अलग
सर जो आप
से।
बता रहे हैं, लैंग्वेज से निकाला हुआ।
तब बढ़िया है, तब बढ़िया है, ठीक है। तो दोस्तों, जिस टोन में बोलता है पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं साला, मुझे जहां तक, मैंने फिल्म नहीं देखी, आई हैवंट सीन द फिल्म येट, ओके,
पुष्पा
नाइदर
में
वन नॉट
don't
टू,
give up.
नॉट वेरी fond of such films, okay. So I was saying that I
पुष्पा
think
में
what,
don't give up.
give in, I'll tell you why. Give in,
Mhm.
okay. uh your papa said you have to do engineering. You said I won't do engineering, I want to become a cricketer, I will go to cricket academy. Okay, papa said no, you will do engineering. So you can't go to an engineering college and go to cricket academy at the same time. One of you two, either you or your father, has to give in, has to give in. So you do what? You tell your papa, you run away from home. Okay, you leave a message that I'm going to commit suicide because my life is useless if I won't play cricket or things like this. And your father, you are the only son, he loves you so much. He says, Beta, please come back. I will not ask you to do engineering. Please, please. I will put you in a cricket academy, no problem. Please come back. So you come back and finally your father gives in and you go to, he gives in. It means now he has agreed to what you want to do. Okay? So gives in. तो पापा झुक गए, पापा झुक गए, लेकिन पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं साला. Pushpa will not give in. Pushpa will not give in. No matter how much pressure you mount on him, he will not give in. यास्मीन मैम, आप bow down ये सारे वर्ड्स क्यों सोच रहे थे?
नहीं, मुझे लग रहा था ये नहीं होएगा।
मैं बताता हूँ आपको क्यों लग रहा था. आप झुकेगा के आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे. झुकेगा के
नहीं,
लिटरल
मुझे
मीनिंग से आगे.
एक्चुअल फीलिंग पता चल रही थी, लेकिन एक्चुअल मैं सोची उसका एक वर्ड जो है वो अप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही थी। वो तो
मैं
मुझे
बता
पता
रहा
है
हूँ,
कि
बाउ डाउन मतलब होता है. हाँ, बाउ डाउन भी यूज करा जा सकता है. मैं ऐसा नहीं बोला कि नहीं कर सकता, और वो गलत भी नहीं होगा. आप लेकिन जो कह रही है उसकी वजह कुछ और है. आप सोचिए झुकना का लिटरल मीनिंग होता है बाउ डाउन. लिटरल मीनिंग मतलब समझते हो ना दोस्तों, जैसे एक स्टोन
हाँ,
मतलब
तो
पत्थर
लेकिन
होता है, आईज मतलब आंख, घर
लेकिन
मतलब
उसका
लड़की.
सेंस वो नहीं था सर।
है, हो जाता है, हो जाता है, हो जाता है. इंग्लिश में मैं पढ़ता हूँ इसलिए मुझे पता है, मैं जानता हूँ.
अच्छा।
बाउ डाउन से भी हो जाता है. बाउ डाउन टू द प्रेशर. बाउ डाउन टू द मतलब प्रेशर में झुक जाना. ठीक है. तो
ये
पुष्पा विल नॉट बाउ डाउन टू द प्रेशर.
तो बर्डन हो जाता सर।
हाँ बिल्कुल हो जाता मैम. पुष्पा विल नॉट बाउ डाउन टू द प्रेशर. पुष्पा विल नॉट बाउ डाउन टू द प्रेशर. मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ सुन रहे हो दोस्तों? पुष्पा विल नॉट बाउ डाउन टू द प्रेशर.
विश्वा विल नॉट बाउ डाउन द प्रेशर।
टू द प्रेशर मतलब जो मेरे, मैं ऐसा फ्रेज लगा करके आपको थोड़ा बताना चाह रहा हूँ. ये नहीं बोल रहा कि यही डायलॉग का ट्रांसलेशन होगा, नहीं. मैं नहीं जानता वो किस चीज के सामने बोल रहा है झुकने का. विलेन के सामने
हमेशा
नहीं.
सर, हमेशा बोलता है, एनी टाइम।
अच्छा, जो
और
चीज
भली गर्दन झुकी रहती है
होते
उनकी,
हैं
लेकिन
दोस्तों,
बोलता तो यही डायलॉग है।
जो बात
सॉरी,
हमेशा बोलता है कोई, उसको क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? समथिंग दैट पीपल ऑलवेज यूज.
ऑलवेज सेज।
कितने मुगाम्बो खुश हुआ.
या जस्ट लाइक दैट।
Yeah. So what is this called in English, you know? कुछ कुछ लोग होते हैं ना जो बड़े ही जाहिल टाइप के होते हैं. मैं समझता हूँ छोटे जगह पे रहने का अपना नुकसान होता है. मुझसे आज से कई 10-12 साल पहले एक लड़के ने आके कहा, तकिया कलाम का इंग्लिश क्या होता है? तो मैंने कहा मुझे नहीं पता, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पता. तो वो जिस टोन में पूछा था उसको पता था, राइट. मैंने कहा तुम बताओ. तो नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता. उसने सोचा मैं नहीं बताऊं इनको. ठीक है. ऐसे लोगों से मैं मिला हूँ दोस्तों, जो अपना नॉलेज शेयर करने से हिचकते हैं. उनको लगता है पता चल जाएगा तो फिर मेरी इंपॉर्टेंस घट जाएगी. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड द लॉजिक, राइट. बट एक बात पढ़ी हमने बहुत बचपन में, नॉलेज ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है. तो मेरे साथ तो यही हुआ. अगर मैं टीचर नहीं होता तो मैं शायद इतना ज्यादा इंटेंसिटी भी नहीं लाता अपने सीखने में. ओके, I'll take care of it. So yes, तकिया कलाम मुझे नहीं पता. मुझे पता है जो बार बार लाइन आप बोलते रहते हो इसको इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं दोस्तों? कभी कभी बोलते हैं तकिया कलाम है उसका, राइट. इंग्लिश में इसको बोलते हैं कैच फ्रेज. क्या बोलते हैं?
कैच फ्रेज।
कैच
Catch
फ्रेज।
phrase. Yeah, a catchphrase is something that somebody, a character or somebody uses again and again. Like, what is Mogambo's catchphrase? Sorry, Mogambo. Yeah, Amrish Puri's catchphrase in Mr. India. Mogambo.
मोगेम्बो खुश हुआ।
Khushua. Okay, all right. And in this film Pushpa, his catchphrase
झुकेगा
is
नहीं,
झुकेगा
पुष्पा
नहीं साला.
झुकेगा नहीं।
Okay, तो बहनोई झुक जाएगा. कोई बात नहीं, साला नहीं
हमेशा
झुकेगा,
सारा
बहनोई.
यूज नहीं करता है,
He doesn't
हमेशा
use the
सारा
word sala.
नहीं यूज।
Oh, okay.
मैंने कभी कभी किया था, हमेशा नहीं यूज करता,
Oh,
झुकेगा
but
नहीं।
I have heard this झुकेगा नहीं साला.
बिकॉज मे बी दैट वाज ट्रेलर।
Okay, so you've watched the film already, guys.
The
यस।
hero came to Patna to promote his movie in Bihar, sir.
Okay,
देन व्हाट?
tell me yes or no. The main
यस सर,
attraction
आई हैव वॉच्ड इट
scenes.
No,
एंड
sir, I haven't.
The main attraction.
No, I haven't, sir.
You haven't seen the film, Kalpana. You have seen. So the main
आई हैव
attraction is
सीन।
the action scenes.
या सर, इट वाज अ एक्शन मूवी।
I don't want to watch a movie just because the movie has some boys flying, around, and one man is beating the shit out of 10 people or 20 people. This is nonsensical. I would rather spend my time. listening to a
Puspa
debate or discussion between two intellectuals.
Puspa movie is not a moral movie. You will not get any kind of moral from that
I'm
movie.
not talking about morality here. I'm saying there should be a story that should keep you, intrigued. But if I have to see just bodies flying around because there is a man who has the same size of the body and he's defying all the physical rules, laws, and is beating the hell out of some 20, 30 people single-handedly, and this is why he's the hero, then I
This is
cannot.
fake,
Yes, Yasmin, ma'am?
fake,
That
fake
what
action.
South movie happens, sir.
I can understand what South films are about. I'm saying I cannot watch that sitting there wasting my time. I would rather listen to two people arguing with each other, trying to prove their points to each other. Those intellectuals, two people like, uh, two experts on some field and have different opinions, that would be worth my time rather than this kind of film. I like films I like films where there is a story. I don't care who the actor is. I don't care how much action there is. Just intriguing stories, because the
Yes, sir.
stories
I
have always
also like
fascinated
that
human
kind of
beings.
movie,
Sir,
sir.
I
I
don't like
also
action movie, but I had to go with my friends and husband.
actually, sir, for Puspa
Actually,
movie, I have paid money 2 times.
Interesting.
2 times. That means, firstly, I purchased a movie ticket from a credit card voucher and for 3D screen. And unfortunately, they have cancelled all over India 3D screen. And that time I purchased 2D.
Did they not return the money?
He said they will return, but
We never use he when we are talking about any organization, any group of people.
yes, sir. The man who said
Doesn't
who
matter. Always one
जो
person
ticket
speaks,
counter
but
पे
they
रहता है ना
speak,
sir,
they
जो
speak as
ticket
a
counter पे रहता है, who
representative.
said that they will return.
You got to listen as well. You are a wife at home, not in the class, okay? All right, listen. Uh, I'm sorry for that reaction. Sorry about that. Okay, I should have avoided saying that. Okay, Kalpana, listen, you have to
Yes,
listen to
sir.
your teacher, okay? Yeah, I was
I
saying what?
always listen, sir.
No, you don't. That's one
And
week.
when I was not wife, that time I also don't listen and listen both.
That's what I'm saying, Kalpana. You
My
don't listen.
nature is absolutely same, sir.
Oh, will you let me speak? Okay. So I was saying what? I've forgotten what I was saying.
Sir, for organization we use
They.
Yeah, even if one person is talking to you, okay, when you talk about that person represents the organization, so you use that pronoun they, okay?
They. Okay.
Yeah. Yasmin, ma'am, you were saying something.
no, sir. I was saying I don't like action film, but I had to go with my
Had to
friends.
go.
Huh?
I noticed that
Had
you
to
said
go.
you had to go because your husband and your friends said you must come with us. So you said, okay.
I also don't like action movie on any movie, sir.
Wrong
But
English.
I also don't like any action movie.
Yeah,
I don't like any action movie.
two mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Can you notice?
I
Any takes a
don't.
plural noun, everybody. Okay.
Sir, I
And
have seen Pathan, but I didn't like
yeah,
Pathan.
Pathan was the most boring film I have seen. My goodness, one of the most boring films. And you know what? My daughter is only 15, but she also got bored, and I was very happy that she got bored. It tells me what kind of things intrigue, excite her, and if she
When I
finds
was
it
when I was watching movie, I got headache that time.
too loud. Oh my God, you know. I mean, one
Have
Shah
you
Rukh
seen
Khan was not
Jawan, sir?
enough. They brought two Shah Rukh Khans. Oh, that was Jawan, I think. I'm talking about Jawan. And I'm
Jawan
talking
was a nice movie, sir.
about Jawan. Yeah, Jawan. Yeah. We watched it on the 23rd of October 2023 on her 14th birthday. It was a bad decision. Yeah. Indian cinema hall, Bihar cinema halls are rubbish. You can't go there to have fun. Yep. Let's continue. I get to hear my own echo.
Seven point two.
Sorry. Well, we have been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently. And what are they like? What are they like? Well, they're very different cities. They're very different cities. Tokyo is obviously the biggest. Everybody knows, obviously. And the busiest. It is
Much bigger than Munich.
much bigger than Munich and much more modern. And is it more interesting? In some ways, yes. It's a nice expression. In some ways, in many ways. In some ways, yes. In some ways, it is more interesting. But I think they're all interesting cities. And in fact, I told you, in fact, after in fact, you add some more details. And in fact, for me, the best and most interesting is Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
So why did you guys say that his most favorite is Tokyo? I don't know. Well, it's much smaller than the other two cities, and it isn't. देखो सब लोग आ गए बिना होमवर्क किए हुए ठीक है
As
सब आ गए
exciting.
बिना होमवर्क किए हुए
Exciting.
It isn't as exciting. It doesn't have Tokyo's skyscrapers or Munich's history. So what is Tokyo famous for? And Munich is famous for its history. It doesn't have Tokyo's skyscrapers or Munich's history. This line suggests what is special about Tokyo and what is special about Munich. But it is unusual to find a city that is so beautiful and calm and so green. It's a city, but it gives you the feeling of the countryside, Santa Barbara. See, I would love to live in a place like this. Munich, Tokyo, no, it doesn't appeal to me. Tokyo doesn't appeal to me. I know Tokyo is a great place to live, but just this, concrete, the structures, they make me feel very, very strange. This definitely attracts me. How about you guys? How about you? Tokyo, Munich, Santa Barbara. Look at the photos. If just on the basis of the photo you had to decide, which city would you go to?
Santa Barbara.
Hmm.
Green and
All of them, sir.
If you had to choose only one, then
I will
And
choose
then
one.
I will choose Tokyo because there are lots of building are there.
Your plan
These
is
are
to.
fascinating for a time.
Sorry, Khushi.
People feel frustrated when they live there for a long time.
Yeah, in places like Tokyo, right?
Yes.
True.
Just to visit Tokyo, they can go.
Sure. And you said that you would go because there are lots of buildings, so you will have plenty of job opportunities, right? Breaking into houses.
No, it's my hobby, sir, watching tall and taller skyscrapers. Even in Bangalore, where I'm living now, whenever I see lots of bigger and bigger apartments and skyscrapers, I love watching them.
Okay, that's interesting. Do you want to live in one of those buildings on
Yeah,
the
sure.
top floor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really want to.
Yes, for some time I would like to have that experience as well. Sorry, let's continue. Okay. Well, it's much smaller than the other two cities, and it isn't as exciting. It doesn't have Tokyo's skyscrapers or Munich's history, but it is unusual to find a city that is so beautiful and calm and so green. Santa Barbara sounds like the best city for relaxing. And what about food? Which is the
best city for
Best
food.
best city for food? Oh, for me, Tokyo has the
Most delicious food.
most delicious food, simple and fresh. I just love Japanese food. So is it better than sausages
That's
and
sausage
sauerkraut?
and
I don't know about that. Okay, so guys, you got the wrong conclusion. Which is Matt's favorite city?
Santa Barbara.
It is Santa Barbara. Let's listen to 7.3 and complete the blank spaces.
7.3 Matt's favorite city.
Do you travel a lot, Matt?
Oh, yes. I often go with Hélène on tour. We've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently.
And what are they like?
Well, they're very different cities. Tokyo is obviously the biggest and the busiest. It's much bigger than Munich and much more modern.
And is it more interesting?
In some ways, yes, but I think they're all interesting cities. And in fact, for me, the best and most interesting is Santa Barbara.
Really? Why?
Well, it's much smaller than the other two cities, and it isn't as exciting. It doesn't have Tokyo's skyscrapers or Munich's history, but it's unusual to find a city that's so beautiful and calm, and so green.
Santa Barbara sounds like the best city for relaxing. And what about food? Which is the best city for food?
Oh, for me, Tokyo has the most delicious food. Simple and fresh. I just love Japanese food.
So is it better than sausages and sauerkraut?
I don't know about that.
So when you say, I don't know about that, when you want to avoid the question, right? Yeah, in a way. Yeah, he still likes sausages and sauerkraut best. But maybe second best is Japanese. Okay. Fine. I'm going to open the rooms and listen, guys. I want you to practice the conversation. At school, your teachers asked you to read lines. I'm not asking you to read the lines. So don't go there and read very quickly and finish. Okay? Understand what you are saying. Expect what your partner will say as a response. Listen to your partners carefully. Make it a successful, meaningful interaction. And when you come back, I will ask you to ask me questions about any part that you did not understand fully. You didn't understand any particular part, any particular phrase, sentence, you would just highlight it, underline it write it down in your notebook. When you come to the main session, you will talk to me. I'm opening the rooms. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Accept the invitation, everyone, quickly. Go ahead, practice. Yasmin ma'am, please accept the invitation.
Sir,
Jishan. Yasmin ma'am.
yes, sir.
Can you see?
Acceptation is not here in
Come
my
again.
screen.
Come again.
Acceptation is not here on my screen.
Okay, can you see now that you are the co-host? Go to room number 5, ma'am. Can you see breakout rooms somewhere on your screen, a small square shaped,
Yes,
symbol or
yes.
something? Yeah, go to room number
Yes,
5. Kushi is there for you.
yes.
No, stay with Matt. Mhm. Kushi, why did you leave?
No one is
I know. You should have waited. You should have been patient. Okay, go back. Can you go back?
I think I can.
Now that I have made you the co-host, you can see the breakout room options at the bottom or into more option. Go to more option. Breakout room, room
I'm
number.
not the host. Yeah. Just give me a second. Mm-mm.
Part of a speech
But
of
it's
what is what.
only because you're not taking interest. That's all. Not because it's complicated. It's one of the easiest things to learn. Okay, you think eyes are noun or adjective or verb or adverb? What do you think? Eyes.
I would say noun.
Yeah, but confidently or not very confidently?
Confidently, obviously.
Right. So why did you say eyes are noun? Why didn't you say eyes are verbs? Eyes are an adjective. Eyes are an adjective.
Because eyes are something. Thing. Eyes is a thing.
Wow, that's interesting. Tell me, big is an adjective, of course, right?
Yes.
You know that as well.
No, I don't stuck into this like AG sentences. I got stuck into paragraph or some. If it's a not a word that directly tells you if it's a noun or a verb or an adjective, and mostly in adverb.
Adverbs are easy. Again, there are number of adverbs which are irregular adverbs. They will confuse you a little bit, but regular adverbs are not. Badly, beautifully, slowly. Ly is adverb, right? So regular adverbs don't confuse anyone. But adverbs like hard, fast, you know, these are confusing because early, because these are irregular. Hmm. Let me write them back. Okay, people, welcome back to the class, main session. And so, do you have questions to ask me? Did you find any parts difficult, confusing?
No, so.
Did you compare them with your Hindi translation sentences? Just for so many reasons. Just kidding. And you don't have to learn. It will, if you try and think too much about it, you'll get more confused. Just 5 rupees. On the 5 rupees. I was just joking. I was only. Yeah, just yeah. Means a few moments ago, a few minutes, just not a long time ago. Not it? Just- No questions.
7.3 Matt's favorite city.
Do you travel a lot, Matt?
Oh, yes. I often go with Hélène on tour.
Did he say Alan or Helen?
Alan.
Ellen.
Alan.
Alan.
Alan. You pronunciate Alan. Alan.
Pronounce, not no, Tani, pronunciate no, you pronounce, okay? He
जो
pronounced.
सर ये जो है हम लोग का टूर तो
I'll talk to you about it.
City.
Do you travel a lot, Matt?
Oh, yes. I often go with Hélène on tour.
On tour.
Okay. So people, Ellen, right? Not Helen, Ellen. In
Ellen.
some dialects,
Excuse me. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, your voice is not clear. Little bit breaking.
Yes, you're right. It was not very clear. Now
No,
it
yeah,
No, sir.
no, it is.
It's okay.
was
I
okay.
heard it clearly.
Okay, good for you. Everybody, I know you can hear me better now, everybody.
I can hear.
I often go with Ellen. In some dialects, H is always, okay? And that's why the other day somebody asked me, I read an hospital. I said, yeah, maybe because in that dialect, H was silent. So an hospital, because it's not hospital, it is an hospital, because in some dialects, H is silent. In some dialects of English, H is always silent when it is at the beginning. Got it? And in Spanish, H is always silent when it is in the beginning of the word. Okay, at the beginning of the word, rather. It's the first letter. Yes. Yeah, okay. It's very easy now. We talked about it. That sounds. M starts with a vowel sound or consonant sound. M, say the word M. It starts with a vowel sound or consonant sound.
Vowel sound.
Vowel sound. That's why NMBA, okay? And MLN, MLA, okay. We've been to LN, okay, on tour. Now the word tour, okay, TOUR. Okay, I'll tell you. Just give me a minute. So people, this is how you are. Okay, sorry, it will not be enough. I got to do this. T sound, and then you start oo, and then end with a tour. How do you pronounce it? Tour. Okay. And there is another pronunciation. T sound and O, tor. Tor. Okay. So some people will pronounce it tour, some will pronounce it tor. What do you want to pronounce?
Tour.
So this is my favorite, tour. Okay. Helen on tour. Just like poor, P-O-O-R, poor, tour. They're rhyming words, guys. Okay. They're both rhyming words. P-O-O-R and T-O-U-R are rhyming words. Does that help you? When I tell you that P-O-O-R and T-O-U-R are rhyming words, does it help you understand the pronunciation? Say both the words back to back. Poor, tour.
Poor, tour.
Okay. Some people will pronounce it poor, for the tour. Okay, no problems. Let them pronounce it. You stick to your pronunciation, no problems. Okay, you're right. As long as you're pronouncing poor, tour, you're right.
Tour.
Some Americans will pronounce poor people. Okay, poor. And then they say tour. Okay, poor tour. हम लोग उनको काहे के लिए कॉपी करें? हमारा अपना है और करेक्ट है. ठीक है? They'll understand. Poor tour. Some vowel sounds are very difficult to mimic, you know. तो आपको बहुत मुश्किल होगी. आप उनके जैसा बोलने की कोशिश करोगे, आप funny लगोगे. So don't. So it's better to pronounce poor and tour. We've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently. I have explained the word recently in the present perfect?
We've been to Tokyo, Munich, and Santa Barbara recently.
And what are they like?
And what are they like? We know this question, right? Tell me about them. Tell me about them. What are they like?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Zafri. So you should have used they are going to marry, fine, but you should say they are going to get married. Okay, they are going to get married. Sounds more colloquial. They're getting married. This month or next month, Zafri?
Next month, sir.
Next month. First on the 3rd of January. He's saying 3rd. Okay, so that's close. Okay, I can understand if you have to be busy.
Well, they're very different cities. Tokyo is obviously the biggest and the busiest. It's
obviously the biggest and the busiest.
It's much bigger than Munich and much more modern.
Much bigger than Munich and much more modern.
And is it more interesting?
In some ways, yes, but I think they're all interesting cities. And in fact,
in some ways it is more interesting, but I think they're all interesting, okay?
For me, the best and most interesting is Santa Barbara.
Really? Why?
Well, it's much smaller than the other two cities, and it isn't as exciting. It doesn't have Tokyo's skyscrapers or Munich's history, but it's unusual to find a city that's so beautiful and calm and so green.
Santa Barbara sounds like the best city for relaxing.
This is a good sentence. spoken English sentence, guys. So useful. Santa Barbara sounds like the best city for relaxing. Suppose you are giving somebody information about your class. You say some good things about your class. They might say, oh, your class sounds like a good place to learn English. Your class sounds like a... So what does it mean? It means I collect from your information. I think that your class is a good place to learn English. In simple language, your class sounds like a good place to learn English. Santa Barbara sounds like the best city for relaxing. What does it mean? I collect from your information. I conclude from your information that Santa Barbara is the best city for relaxing. It sounds like the best city for relaxing. This is the perception she is building, listening to this guy's explanation or description rather. Okay, he's describing the cities, and on the basis of that description, the interviewer concluded that Santa Barbara is the best city for relaxing. डायरेक्ट बोल देती Santa Barbara is the best city for relaxing, तो एक स्टेटमेंट हो जाता है. ऐसा स्टेटमेंट जैसे कि वो कह रही है, लेकिन वो कह रही है sounds like the best city for relaxing. लगता है कि बहुत बढ़िया जगह, सबसे अच्छा जगह रिलैक्स करने के लिए. Okay, suppose you described me in a fun way, in a strange way. मान लो किसने मेरे बारे में ऐसा डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया कि बड़ी गर्मी, गुस्सा जल्दी हो जाते हैं, बहुत जल्दी शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड है, तो he doesn't sound like a very patient teacher. सामने वाला बोलेगा he doesn't sound like a very patient teacher. लगता है ज्यादा धैर्य नहीं उनके पास, नहीं. Okay, तो sounds like a fun movie. Pushpa sounds like a movie for those who like violence. Pushpa sounds like a film for those who like violence. Okay. So, yeah. Sounds like, समझ रहे हैं आप लोग, यूज कर पाएंगे? ये परसेप्शन बनाते हैं आप, ये आपकी परसेप्शन बनी किसी चीज के बारे में, राइट? तो आप उसके बारे में बोलते हैं sounds like, किसी की बात सुनकर. रानी ने डिस्क्राइब किया अपने हस्बैंड को, हम लोगों ने सुन लिया, उसके बाद कहेंगे he sounds like a good nice gentleman. Okay, he sounds like a yeah, he sounds like a gentleman. Okay, तो इस तरह से sounds like Santa. आप ये चीज अंदाजा लगाइए ना, मेरे कहने पर मत सुन के मानिए कि हाँ यही तो बोल रही होगी, और क्या बोल सकती है, सही बात तो है सर, वही तो बता रहे जो हमको सोचना चाहिए. क्या Matt is describing, it is unusual to find a city that is so beautiful and calm and so green. So if it is a place which is beautiful, calm and green, isn't it a very good place to relax? So Santa Barbara sounds like the best city for relaxing. If you want to relax, which city you should go to? Santa Barbara. And what about food?
And what about food? Which is the best city for food?
Oh, for me, Tokyo
This is important. For me,
has the most delicious food. Simple and fresh. I just love Japanese food.
So is it better than sausages and sauerkraut?
I don't know about that.
Okay, time to look at the grammar spot, everybody. So what is the comparative and superlative forms of these adjectives? What is the comparative form of old?
Older.
Big.
Bigger.
Bigger.
Busy.
Busier.
Okay, interesting.
More interesting.
More interesting.
Small.
Smaller.
Wet.
Better.
Waiter.
Delicious.
More delicious.
More delicious. Okay. What is the superlative? Old.
Oldest.
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 The oldest.
The
The
oldest.
oldest.
The oldest.
Big.
The biggest.
The biggest.
The biggest. Busy.
The busiest.
Yes.
Busiest. And interesting.
Most
The most
interesting.
The more interesting.
Interesting.
For God's sake, if you believe in, okay, please, for God's sake, okay, don't drop this the. I have given you so many, examples. Small.
The smallest.
The smallest.
Wet.
The
wettest.
The wettest.
Noisy.
The noisiest.
The noisiest.
The noisiest.
और द को emphasize मत किया करो, please. द नॉइजिएस्ट ऐसे करके एम्फेसाइज मत किया करो प्लीज, तुम्हें नेचुरल बोलना है, द नॉइजिएस्ट।
The noisiest.
ओके, वो द को जो ऐसे स्ट्रेस कर देते हो, किस वजह से? तुम कोई करेक्शन कर रहे हो किसी का? नहीं, यू आर आंसरिंग। व्हाट इज द सुपरलेटिव ऑफ डिलीशियस?
The most
The most delicious.
The most delicious.
Most delicious.
The most delicious.
The
The
most
most delicious.
okay.
Sir, what are superlatives?
Which one?
Oh God.
Superlatives, what are they?
Okay, okay. What are they? All right. Um, you have a family, okay? In your family, everybody has a height, 5 feet 2 inches, 5 feet 6 inches, 6 feet 1 inches, 6 feet 2 inches, things like this. So who is the tallest in your family? The tallest. Who is the tallest in your family?
Okay, got it. So it's superlative.
So who is the tallest in your family?
My cousin,
XYZ name.
his name is Nitin.
Your cousin Nitin is the tallest member of your family.
Yes.
The tallest. Who is the fairest member of your family? Fairest. The skin like milk, fairest. अच्छा, ये एक सेकंड मैंने ये गलत कर दिया बोल के, स्किन लाइक मिल्क। द फेयरेस्ट मैंने बोला है। खुशी, आपने कहा योर कजन नितिन इज द टॉलेस्ट। हाउ टॉल इज ही? हाउ टॉल इज ही?
6'2".
He is
6'2" or 3".
62 inches tall. He is the tallest. Okay, guys? अब जरा सुनो, एक और फैमिली है खुशी, 4 लोग रहते हैं उसमें, the father, the mother and the 2 children. Okay, the mother is 4 feet 6 inches tall. 4 feet 6 inches. Okay, the husband, that woman's husband is 4 feet 8 inches tall only. Okay, and they have 2 children, and the children are, one is 5 feet 1 inch, 5 feet 1 inch tall, and the other is 5 feet 2 inches tall. तो मुझे बताओ tallest कौन है?
5 feet 2 inches.
Right. Is he tall?
Tallest.
He is the tallest in the family.
He's tallest in
The
his
tallest in
family,
the-
sir.
But is he tall?
No,
He is.
5
he
feet 2
isn't
inches are
tall.
tall. 5 feet 2 inches people are tall.
No, he isn't tall, but
Okay,
he is
you are.
tallest in his family.
Yeah, I know this. You understand that, Kalpana, but Khushi doesn't understand this. That's why I'm asking particularly her, because I knew she was gonna confuse this. कुछ लोग को लगता है ना कि टॉलेस्ट बोलने का मतलब हो गया ना बहुत लंबा होना जरूरी है। अरे वो एक ग्रुप में ऊपर रहेगा, अब वो ग्रुप ही छोटे नीचे लोगों का है तो अब क्या कर सकते हैं? ठीक है, बात समझ में आ रही है? अंधवा में काना राजा सुना होगा, राइट? तो सुपरलेटिव उसी को कहते हैं।
And comparative, sir?
आता हूँ, उस पर भी आता हूँ। तो वो 5 feet 2 inches जो है वो, he is the tallest in the family. He is the tallest in the family, but he is not very tall. Is he very tall? 5 feet 2 inches?
No.
Okay.
He's not.
अभी मैं कहूँ कि एक क्लास है, 100 marks, a test was given, 100 marks, okay, full marks were 100, and most people got under 20 and one person got 22. So who got the highest marks? The one who got 22 has got the highest marks. वो जाके बाहर क्या बोलेगा? I got the highest marks in the class. Okay, fine, all right. But कितने हैं भाई? 22, 22 out of 100. But he's got the
Highest.
in the class because everybody else has less than 22. So he's got the highest. तो सुपरलेटिव ज्यादा से मैंने गलती मत कर लो, सुपरलेटिव एक ग्रुप में सबसे ऊपर होता है। अब वो ग्रुप ही अगर नल्लों का है तो फिर क्या ही ऊपर रहना उससे, राइट? आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। तो व्हेन आई सेड दैट फेयरेस्ट, कोई जरूरी नहीं कि दूध वाला गोरा हो। एक बात, एक सारे, आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू से ब्लैक इज बैड और समथिंग, ओके, हम जस्ट बता रहे हैं, ठीक है, कि सारे ब्लैक लोग हैं एक फैमिली में, ठीक है, और एक ब्राउनिश है, ही इज द फेयरेस्ट, ही इज द, बट इन एब्सोल्यूट टर्म्स ही इज नॉट फेयर, ठीक है, जो हम लोग समझते हैं बाहर में वो उस हिसाब से वो फेयर भी नहीं है, ही इज ब्राउनिश, ओके, बट ही इज द फेयरेस्ट इन हिज फैमिली। तो हमेशा याद रखना है सुपरलेटिव सिर्फ एक ग्रुप में सबसे ऊपर होता है, बाकी उसमें वो क्वालिटी हो चाहे नहीं, डजंट मैटर। यस मनीषा, क्या सोच रही हैं? व्हाट वाज दैट स्माइल अबाउट?
Sir, Khushi has wrote who is the smartest student here.
तो वो लिखी है,
Yes, sir.
Who is the smartest student here? Okay.
I will just give an example.
Mm. All right. The name doesn't start with K. I can tell you.
I know, sir. No need
Okay,
to
sir.
tell.
Now no need.
No need to tell, sir. I know.
Now
Sir,
she's saying now no need to answer this
there
question.
are two K's, sir. So both of
Yeah,
them.
unfortunately, Kalpana became a collateral, damage. She was just Kalpana became just a victim here. Okay, that's the problem.
I think, sir, everyone is a victim, but nobody is.
No, because when I said that the name doesn't start with K, I was gonna exclude Khushi, right? Everybody else would have been in a race, but Kalpana became just a collateral victim.
Oh yeah, Khushi come. Yeah, Khushi is also
तो क्यों
start with
लगा कि
K.
मैं टारगेट कर रहा था बेवकूफ? मैं तो बात कर रहा था खुशी के बारे में
Sorry.
ओके
I thought K only start for K, not K.
no. Okay, fine. Superlative is clear, right? Superlative is always in a group. There must be a group, defined group. Okay, the richest person in Bihar. The richest person in Bihar. And then the richest person in India. And then the richest person in Asia. The richest person in the world. Richest person in my family. The richest person in my town. The most beautiful person in this class. I know who this is. I can easily tell.
Of course, you, sir.
Yasmin ma'am, of course.
No, sir. You are joking.
Oh, come on, Yasmin ma'am. What makes a person, beautiful? Her
Khushi
manners.
is the smarter in the country, sir. That's why she is not.
Khushi is just being
in,
Khushi, sir.
in my village, you are the smartest in the country. You mean in India? In this country?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Khushi, you are the smartest in India. Okay. I like
And
it. Huh. It's good that she took it lightly,
and
kabhi
I am
kabhi
the
kabhi
smarter in the world, sir, not
the
country.
smartest in the world. Okay. रुकैया फिर क्या बचा तुम्हारे लिए?
Universe.
Yes, I'm smartest in the whole universe. In the Milky
She is
Way.
the smartest in the whole Milky Way, she should say. फेंकने का कंपटीशन हो रहा है सर इधर.
Oh, goodness.
अवार्ड दिला दो
Okay.
भाई.
बस बात ही बात में लेकिन कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ गया आप लोग को मजाक मजाक में यू गाइस अंडरस्टूड दैट सुपरलेटिव मस्ट बी इन अ वेल डिफाइंड ग्रुप. ओके, डिफाइन होना चाहिए ग्रुप नहीं है तो फिर द स्मार्टेस्ट. हाँ, बोल दो तो दुनिया में समझेंगे. हु इज द रिचेस्ट मैन? Elon Musk. Okay, he's the richest. He's the richest in the world. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Comparative. Kalpana, you asked comparative. Comparative, guys. Older. Older is the comparative. Okay. You see here some sentences. It's much smaller than the other two cities. Okay. It is much bigger than Munich. It is much bigger than Munich. Tokyo is much bigger than Munich. So bigger is the comparative. Why do we use comparative? When we have two sides, then we have to say then this, enough. So you are taller than me, right? You are taller than me, yeah. So you're taller than everybody here. You are taller than everybody here. ये taller से बोल रहे हैं. You are the tallest here. You are the tallest here. It means you are taller than everybody else. You are taller than everybody else here. You are the tallest. Okay. तो कंपैरेटिव को सुपरलेटिव्स कैसे? जैसे मैंने कहा, अगर बाय द वे इफ आई से यास्मीन मैम इज द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल हियर, तो फिर मैं इस बात को कंपैरेटिव से कैसे बोलूं? शी इज द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल, सॉरी, शी इज मोर ब्यूटीफुल कंपैरेटिव देन. मोर ब्यूटीफुल के बाद हमेशा कंपैरेटिव के बाद क्या आता है? देन. ओके, शी इज मोर ब्यूटीफुल देन
She is more
the rest
beautiful
of the
than others.
than us.
students.
Students.
Is she?
Cutest on the exterior. Yeah. Okay. All right. So याद रखना, this is what's the rule, what are the rules, कैसे करते हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या है पैटर्न, गौर करा. Oh, comparative, add er and make the comparative. Smaller, older, bigger, wetter. When you have y, then change y into I. Noisier, busier. Okay, easy. Sometimes when the adjective is big, 2 syllables, 3 syllables, 4 syllables, just add more interesting, more delicious. Okay. But when you have 1 syllable, old, big, small, wet, these are 1 syllable adjectives. Just add er. Superlative, add est, oldest, the biggest, the smallest, the wettest, the most interesting, the most delicious. अच्छा, कोई बोले the most tallest, तब क्या होगा? The most tallest. प्रॉब्लम है?
Only the tallest.
Tallest काफी है, most क्यों लगा है भाई? The tallest.
Only the tallest.
Taller than others.
वो तो समझ में आ रहा है, लेकिन most tallest क्यों बोलेंगे?
Only the
Burj
tallest.
Khalifa is the tallest building in the world.
हाँ, अभी थोड़ा सा कल्पना फंस रही है. कल्पना, बुर्ज खलीफा is the most tallest building or the tallest building?
Most tallest. सबसे बड़ा है, उससे छोटा कोई नहीं है.
जब
She is
मैं यहाँ
emphasizing.
explain कर रहा था मैम, तो आप कहाँ थी जब मैं ये कह रहा था कि single syllable adjectives like big, bigger, the biggest, single syllable adjectives old, older, the oldest,
The oldest.
small, smaller, the smallest,
The
wet,
smallest.
wetter, the wettest.
The wettest.
लेकिन when you have multiple syllables, 2, 3, 4 syllables, मतलब बड़ा हो जाए एडजेक्टिव. ठीक है, देखिए इंटरेस्टिंग कितना बड़ा वर्ड है. तो अब आप क्या करेंगे? मोर इंटरेस्टिंग एंड द मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग. अब बताओ यहाँ पर डिलीशियस, मोर डिलीशियस एंड द मोस्ट डिलीशियस. अब भी आपको बोलना है द मोस्ट टॉलेस्ट. भी नहीं समझ में आया तो बोल दो नहीं समझ में आया, मैं फिर बताता हूँ.
Confused sir, little bit.
अच्छा सुनो, व्हाट इज द सुपरलेटिव ऑफ ओल्ड? इतना बता दो.
Oldest.
मोस्ट ओल्डेस्ट क्यों नहीं बोल रहे?
Don't know.
तो बस मान लो कि अच्छा यही होता है.
Yes sir, मैंने मान लिया.
मतलब कंक्लूड नहीं कर सकते कोई बात से. दो बातें अगर ऐसे ऐसे बोली जाए तो कंक्लूड नहीं कर सकते कि अच्छा इससे कंक्लूजन ये निकला. ओल्ड का सुपरलेटिव द ओल्डेस्ट. ठीक है. और इंटरेस्टिंग का सुपरलेटिव
Most interesting.
द मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग. तो देखा कि मोस्ट कहाँ आया, ये तो समझ में आ गया ना. तो अब मुझे बताओ मोस्ट टॉलेस्ट सही है? नहीं है. या तो द टॉलेस्ट होगा, जो कि टॉल से होना ही चाहिए, क्योंकि टॉल सिंगल सिलेबल है. तो जितने छोटे एडजेक्टिव्स हैं, सिंगल सिलेबल एडजेक्टिव्स, उनके साथ er est लगा के कंपैरेटिव सुपरलेटिव बना लेना है. ठीक है. और जो बड़े हैं उसमें est कैसे जोड़े, ऑलरेडी बड़े हैं, लंबे हैं. तो द मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल, द मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग, द मोस्ट हैंडसम, क्योंकि इसमें est नहीं लगा रहे. तो या तो est लगाओ या तो मोस्ट लगाओ. द मोस्ट टॉलेस्ट में प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि मोस्ट भी है और est भी है. दैट्स व्हाई देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. राइट. तो आज के लिए रैप अप करते हैं. वी विल कंटिन्यू विद दिस एंड देयर शुड बी होमवर्क. वी आर डूइंग यूनिट 7 ना. ठीक है.
बाय सर, गुड नाइट.
बाय बाय. बाय बाय.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye. Maybe I will send you some homework. Maybe I will not. Okay. Depends.
Bye.
Think.
Bye,
Bye bye
sir. Good
everyone. See
night.
ya.
Bye, sir.